Oh, just a minute. What do you mean? Isn't the Mount of Olives about 200 miles away from Jerusalem? I said, no, it's about a mile away. They could not understand that. Well, one of the real benefits in coming over is to really not only to feel and smell and touch, but to understand the distances and what is the nature of the walk. You have to feel it with your feet. I'm promoting a tour right now, if you haven't noticed by chance. Let's carry on and go to the Jordan, lower Jordan Valley. Well, this is a desert, basically. The area between the Sea of Galilee and the Dead Sea is basically a desert. And you do see over there the River Jordan meanders, and I think that you're surprised to see how small is the Jordan. Yes, it's not the Mississippi. And sometimes when we cross it on the bridge, I advise people not to blink because they might miss it. But that's the Jordan. And the Jordan was always a border, and usually between disciplines and between civilizations, and crossing the Jordan is crossing from one world to the other. That was between the Crusaders and the Muslims, the Israelites and the Arameans, the Romans and the Persians, etc., etc., etc. Israel and Syria, Israel and Jordan. River Jordan, always a border. But it does have some fords, like over there, and each place that the banks of the Jordan were close enough to build a bridge, one was built. And there was a road crossing to the other side. And interestingly now, the fords are where the big rivers are flowing into the Jordan big. And they carry a lot of, I think the term is silt? Silt, a lot of material wisdom, and that will cause a much narrower river. That means easy to build a bridge. And the Bible gives us some nice references to the River Jordan. I'll show you later on. Sea of Salt or Dead Sea, we do not call it a Dead Sea. We call it the Sea of Salt. In fact, the Bible doesn't call it a Dead Sea. This body of water has 4 names in the scriptures. The Sea of Asphalt, for example. Asphalt was one of the materials they could gather, and the Egyptians used it to mummify the pharaohs and the Egyptian aristocracy. The Sea of Arabah, which is that section of the valley. The Sea of the East, or in Hebrew, the Sea of, that is ahead of us. The sea that is forward, remember? And the Sea of Salt may be the most famous one. But not a Dead Sea. If you call a place a Dead Sea, it really shows your approach to the place. This place is not there. This place was a real blessing for mining minerals, for the rich oasis. From this place, Judea, the province of Judea, was supplying sugar and salt to the whole Roman Empire. Because sugar back then was date honey. And that's where the date trees, the palm trees are growing. In hot weather, very hot weather, and fresh water. So this place was not really dead. We don't call it a Dead Sea, but a Sea of Salt. And this was a very important part of Israel's economy through history. Old Testament, New Testament, and the modern state of Israel. But for a couple of thousands of years,